Here we go.
Oh, what's going on? Sneakerheads, usual suspects in the building. Welcome to another great episode of the Monday Midsole. It's your boy, your co-host, MaallyMall, aka Oops, I done copped another one, Mr. Accidental Purchase. I'm gonna kick it off to my old man with the ginkgo biloba, Mr. Marcus.
What up, fam? Usual suspects. It's your boy Polos and Jays, aka OG J Walker, also known as Mr. Marcus. We're kicking on over to the one-legged dude.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's one-legged Lister. It's just Daniel. I'm your one-legged friend. Maybe your only one-legged friend. I'm glad to be here. Pass it on.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BuckeyeCitysole, Kev, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's cool. Today, man, we got a good show for y'all. We got Sneaker Miyagi in the house. Man, thanks for shooting through and hanging out with us tonight for a couple hours.
Absolutely, man. Ain't no problem at all. Shit.
Had to carve out some time of the playoffs, but I think it'll be all right by the time we get done. But man,
yeah,
hey,
we'll be up.
Yeah, we'll be hopefully. Who knows? I don't want to see none of that Dub Nation stuff. Anyways, let's go. Let's get right in. Let's get right on into it, man. I'm gonna throw you the softball, man. What's your favorite shoe and what got you into the game?
Air Jordan 1's favorite shoe, all time favorite.
Which one?
Man, shit. A pair that I don't have. It's the Fragments. That's what
I need those too. Don't say nothing to Daniel because he will show them to you repeatedly. You just get a random text and it just get a picture of them frags.
I got them shits, and then I'm gonna start sending them to you daily.
Yeah,
you like this on foot? Here you go.
I'm gonna tag you.
You don't want to play that game. You don't want to start playing that game there, Daniel.
Oh yeah, we don't want to get him with him. He got an arsenal. He got shoes he don't even know he got yet. Yeah, man. But how'd you get started? Like, how'd you get into shoes, sneakers?
You know, when I was young, man, you know, I just always wanted to be cool, like the dope boys and everything. My mom actually bought me. It was a pair of Union Lows, black and purple and gray. Okay. And I remember I loved them shit so much. They were suede on the toe box that they fucking split. The toe box split. And my mom was like, "I got you, baby." So she sewed them bitches up, and I still went to school, and you can see where the motherfuckers were stitched. Like, you know, it had black stitching on the gray toe box where the suede was split, and I still rocked them joints, you know, until the sole was collapsed on them joints. But that's what got me into the game, man. You know, ever since then, love sneakers. Had to have, you know, something new.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's everybody. Most people, you know, in our region of the collection, you know, like we all kind of look at it that way, but yeah, man, I mean, I want to get right into the meat and potatoes. I want to get.
He ain't waiting. He ain't no appetizer or nothing.
Yeah, man, I want to get right into it. So, all right, you had a similar to a scoop moment, right? Like it was
right.
Can you kind of give us a background, like how you got started, and then kind of walk us through what. Yeah, just walk us through. There it is.
So, you know, I wanted to start something that was, you know, I'm a sales guy, so my background's always been in sales. Like my job is banker, you know. So I wanted something that I love to do to bring to the consumers and be able to make money off of. So what I started with was Ots was really getting heavy. ATCs was really getting heavy. Add to cart services for people who don't know. Mm-hmm. So, you know, started to add to cart game. Thing with add to cart was people. It wasn't a guarantee. So if you cop, people loved you. If you didn't cop for them, they hated you.
Okay.
I hated about ATC. So, what I started to do, I started to try to search out plugs and everything to really try to get some inventory to get out to the people.
Okay.
So, you know, we actually tell you a story that a lot of people don't know. when I first started in the game, I actually got with a page called Retro_77.
Okay.
Like Complex, and everybody was featuring this guy, like, because he had the news. He had, like, you know, the sample news. He had everything. So I started dealing with him when the these came out.
Okay.
You know, 11s. So I took a little loss there, you know, because he wasn't who he turned out to be. Out of a group, and I got with a source that was out of Chicago, and we was rocking for a while. He got me everything I needed. Like, the Chicago get everything. It don't even matter what it is.
Yeah.
Coming through, I had celebrity clientele. Celebrities was getting the sneakers, like, yo, Daily Flex. For people who don't know, the brand was called Daily Flex Club. So, like, Daily Flex Club, yo, you know, great look on the whatever. Long story short, after a while of dealing with the guy, I had an investor that was interested in the business. So, you know, took a look at the revenue model and business model and wanted to get into it. And you know, we talked to the source, and, you know, just kind of made sure everybody was on the same page of what the vision looked like and what the future looked like of us, all three of us, doing business. That very first test run with the OVO 12s, the plug didn't come through. Like, it was like, man, it was crazy pairs. It was like 15, 16 pairs. Didn't even come through on the pairs, right? So meanwhile, I had orders that was already, because at that time, you know, I made the mistake of putting my business in someone else's hand. So when you're dealing with a middleman, you really ability for your business. So you putting your success hands to be able to copy pairs for you, and he's going straight to whoever he's going to. That was the first mistake I made. So you know, sneakers, and I had to file disputes through the services that I used to give them the money. But it was so much, they took over 90 days to investigate.
Oh.
You talking about, you know, come out of pocket and give people their money back. And you talking about, because the OVOs wasn't the only thing. We talking about Shatter Backboard 2.0s. We talking about Air Jordan 12 Wolves. We talking about, you know, he had a few pair, like 5 pair of Yeezy Belugas that you know, I bought from him. So meanwhile, while all this stuff was going on, a lot of people were affected. And it put me in a financial bind where I made the biggest mistake at that time in my business. So, you know, it affected not only my financials, it affected the home front, you know, the wife and everything. It affected, you know, that was investing in it. So all this money I had to come up with to really make sure the customers was taken care of. And not only that, I had a partnership with a couple of people that, you know, I guess, you know, and I can't blame them at that time. They really wasn't trying to hear what I was going through, because at the end of the day, I can't, you know, fault anybody who don't want to hold their business up or hold their, you know, whatever they got going up because of what I was going through. Yeah. During that dark period, man, during that time, you know, I had to rethink if I really wanted to be in the sneaker business. I had to rethink, this is what you want to do. If you want to do this, you got to be smart. You got to be real smart. You can't thirst over what you want your business to be like. You got to take the time to be smart and make the great decisions to make sure you build that foundation to come true. You can't be thirsty and say, I want it now. I don't care. Let's go. You know? So that's when I came up with Sneaker Miyagi, man. I was like, you know what? It's really teach the people and try to educate people how not to go through the pitfalls that I went through in my business. So those who want to start a resale business right now, you know, teaching them how to make the smart decisions, teaching them how to build relationships, teaching them how to protect themselves, you know, for people who collecting, doing the same thing. And that's basically, you know, what Sneaker Miyagi is about right now, is giving sneaker news and really connecting with the people and who really wants to build something. If I can help that person avoid a 5-figure loss like I took,
yeah,
that's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
you know, and
crazy.
Take a long story short, but that's what it is.
So, like, I mean, what would you say to someone that came to you and they were like, hey, you know, I'm looking at starting, you know, to sell shoes or whatever like that, try to get them early or whatever. Like, what would be your first bit of advice?
Don't even worry about getting them early, because that's another liability in itself.
Okay.
You know, when you're looking at early pairs, you have no way of authenticating the product. And especially when you're talking about a lot of money, when you're dealing with somebody else's money and you have your own business, depending on if you know, some business start, they might have a line of credit they're drawing from. You know, if you got a $10,000 line of credit you're drawing from, you don't want to waste that money on pairs that you can't authenticate for your customers.
Correct.
You know, and that's what I would say, you know, take the time to do the research and build relationships with people. You know, you might have a manager that got a mom and pop, you know, it's a few mom and pop shops that actually get or Yeezys, whatever the case. Go in there, you know, spend a little money with them. Go in there, build that relationship with them, talk to them. The worst they can say is no. Scouting, and it's all about, you know, seeing how you can benefit them also, because you can't go in there and be like, look, I just want pairs, I got money. It's all about what can they benefit from you coming in there getting those pairs from them. You know, you got to serve first, man. You know, the relationships you want to build, you got to make sure you're giving something to them before you take some away. Research and build your business right. Don't try to go at it the fast way, because, you know, if it's on a weak foundation, all it takes is one pebble to make that whole thing fall. And that's basically what it is, man.
So, I mean, like, there's a couple prominent people that are selling, you know, like a lot, and then sometimes, you know, they'll have them a little bit earlier. I won't say, we won't get into their names or anything like that, but you know who I'm talking. You know who I'm talking about. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, is that a business that you would, you know, put trust in, or, you know, like?
Well, I mean, if I was a customer, number one thing being a customer is, if I can't authenticate your product, I'm gonna be spending my hard-earned dollars. So let's say you got a person. I mean, I got a plug that's at a manager at Foot Locker.
Okay.
You know, I'll backdoor you 4 pairs. You know what I'm saying? I just can't give you any receipts. If I'm a customer, or if you're a customer, if you're not really meeting me at the Foot Locker, it's no real way to authenticate the product when I got it in my hand and I'm shipping it to you. You know, so really you still taking a risk giving me your dollars. And yeah, you get the product and it might look good, and it, you know, you're like, yeah, this is authentic. And however customers feel, they feel. But at the end of the day, you got to make the smarter decision of, look, if I'm gonna spend this $400, $500, $600 on a Yeezy, then I want a receipt. Has serial numbers on the box. You know, I want to make sure, even if you don't give me the regular receipt, give me a copy of the receipt, because I know as a business you need the regular receipt to have for your records. But give me a copy of something so I know that you dealt with the authorized retailer. That's, you know, that's just my 2 cents of it.
For sure, because I mean, them fakes are getting so good.
They're getting good, brother.
It's like, I mean,
everything, they getting them all, brother.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just saw that StockX tags earlier this week, or was it last week? In the last week, how there are people selling those, and I heard they had the GOAT ones too, but GOAT has just that paper with that sticker on it though. Do they have? I don't remember my Royals have. But ain't nobody look at those though.
I don't know about the GOAT ones, but I do know that they were taking. I don't think they had fake StockX tags. I think they were taking real StockX tags and selling. Yeah, like you can attach this to the shoe.
No, they have some fake tags too.
Yeah, there are
some fake tags too.
That's why StockX has a new one, and it's round, and it should be starting making its way with those now.
Yeah, they still got to get rid of some of the square ones, but yeah, they got these little round joints right here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
you already accidental purchase.
Yeah, you know how we do it. They got little round joints right here.
Oh,
This
God.
guy. You should
Always
get
flexing.
stock in stock X.
Right.
Damn.
Well, if they go public, I'll cop. They gotta get rid of them damn watches and purses. That shit turns me off.
So
Really?
So talk.
Turn you off, really?
Here, this guy go. So I mean, talk to us a little bit more about sneaker Miyagi though. Like, you know, just kind of what's your goals, you know, with it? Like, where you at right now, and where do you see yourself, like, you know, in the next 5 years?
Goal right now, man, is really to do, and that's just helping people and educate people. You know what I mean? Because like I said, by trade, I'm a consultant, you know, and my job is to achieve their goals. So if I can help someone achieve their goals and help them get on a smart path of building their business and not make any mistakes. I mean, you know, you're going to have a learning curve, but really not make the mistakes they can avoid. The best sneaker news I can and as much information I can, and just build a brand on what I'm trying to do, and just get out there, you know, let people see who I am and let people know the story, you know, what I've been through, and just help others. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to grow within itself.
Oh, yeah.
Just stay focused, stay laser focused, and just keep doing what I'm doing right now, man. I got merch coming too, though, mid-July. You know what I mean?
I did peep your shirts, man. I need one of those, man.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. Come on, man. You know, I got the crew. Oh, and speaking of that, I got gifts for y'all. They ain't here yet, but courtesy of my homie King of Trainers, he gave y'all some sneaker sacks.
Wow, that's dope.
They coming soon, so I'll mail them out to you guys, and sneakers clean when it's muddy outside. You know how I go.
You're looking out. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we had talked about those. Who was it that was popping those off? Maybe like a couple months ago. But they had the ones that had
another brand.
Yeah, they had the ones with the like the Yeezy on the side, and I didn't really like I should have just been playing, you know, like, I mean, just be playing.
Dry stuff.
Fit in the glove box.
Got my dry stuff.
Dry.
Yeah, they sent me some stuff. Yeah.
Mine ripped. I tried to put them on, and I'm like, yo, this thing fits a 12 at the highest point. So mine ripped. So it is what it is there. But I mean, hey, man, I'll definitely take them and I'll try them out for sure.
Yeah, I got them for y'all to try out, so ain't no problem, man. You know.
So do you work with like a lot of are you going to start working with like a lot of brands, and I mean just kind of incorporating other brands into, you know, just giving advice on, you know, within the sneaker culture? Or?
Yeah, so right now, well, I'm partnering up called Nike Slayer. So, you know, bots are real heavy right now. People are really investing in them, and they really don't know the science behind using the bot.
Okay.
Really know the science of using proxies, using servers, what you need to do with them, how to streamline them, how to really, you know, where the data centers are on the site that you're using. They don't know any of that. So we're trying to bring a guide to the people who really want to teach them how to set up their bot properly, what type of proxies they can use, you know, what servers they should use, and really how to, you know, streamline it to see the success they need to see and copy. Like I said, while nothing is guaranteed, and using it the way you should will give you a better shot than to just spend your money here and think you're doing something and then end up with an L and you getting mad at the creator of the bot.
For sure.
You just don't know what you're doing, you know.
But with Jordan, I mean, I guess with Yeezys, I mean, Yeezys are always going to be the hot commodity, and you're never going to be able to get them. But like with Jordans, you know, with them making so many of them right now, and them being able to, you know, you can go out to the store for the most part and grab a pair of Jordans that you want.
But, I mean, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I mean, do you see like a shift in people trying to attain bots? Or
me personally, sneaker, let's say right now, people still get made money off of Jordans because you still have people who don't what's happening, don't know what's releasing, don't know where to get them,
Yeah.
To go to the store, they don't want to shop online. So instead of for a high fee and you're trying to hit people in the head, what you simply could do is charge the person a convenience fee.
Okay.
After me getting these sneakers for you, and I'm gonna charge you a low convenience fee just to help you out, because I know you don't want to go through the process of really searching for the sneakers online. And where the box can come and play is, let's say the Jordans are easy to cop right now, right?
Right.
Or let's say I got 5, 6 customers. When the Jordan released at 10 o'clock, by 10:05, I got all my customers taken care of. My seat.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
And if I charge them,
it is tough to think, because I mean, I'm probably a 90% cop online person. Like, I rarely go to the store and buy anything. I get up, I'm up at 10, boom, boom, boom. Or now you don't really have to. I mean, you can kind of watch and see and then decide, all right, you know, maybe I'll wait a couple weeks and, you know, the price will drop down on them or whatever. Because I mean, if they don't sell out the first weekend.
While that's true, you still have people who, believe it or not, you know, they don't know where to get them from. People that you really want to focus on and give them the best service that you can give them, because they'll come back and spend money with you as you make them feel good about spending money with you.
True.
Especially the women who really don't know where to get the sneakers from. I'm talking about they buying for themselves, they buying for their children, they buying for their boyfriends or husbands, you know, so buying 4 pair from you because they don't want to deal with going online and doing all that other stuff. They're going to continue to keep buying from you, especially if you give them great customer service. So those are the type of people you need to focus on in this type of industry now, dealing with Jordans, in my opinion.
For sure. I mean, I definitely see where you're coming from, man. That's a different perspective than you know what I had on it. But I mean, there's definitely money to be made, man. And tell people how to check out what you're doing and how to get in touch with you and everything like that.
So you can follow the page on IG at Sneaker Miyagi. You can go to sneakermiyagi.com. Check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/Sneaker Miyagi. So you can definitely, you know, check out some of the articles we write. Go to the education section and really, from some of the articles. Go ahead with that, man. Go ahead, man. We ain't trying to see that right now. Go ahead, yo. Go ahead, brother.
Here he goes with that. But yeah, man. Hey, y'all got any questions?
Hey, I can't see the chat on the right side. Am I supposed to see the chat on the right side?
Yeah, you have to pull up the page on YouTube and then pull it up. Yeah, split it off.
I got you. Okay.
So, all right. So that goes. Are we good? We good? We ready to roll?
We are
23 minutes in.
Ready to roll.
Mr. Marcus.
All right, so we come into the part of the show where we're going to talk about the weekly pickups. And, of course, I'm going first because I picked up the least amount of product. And all I got was the Chutney 13. You know, it's an OG colorway. Had to have it. And, you know, the quality on it is pretty dope, man. I was pretty impressed with this. You know, everybody always talking about quality control, but it's a good shoe. It's a good shoe. So, happy with my cop. What you got, Kev?
I got this Burger King Sprite. That's the only cop I got. I didn't cop anything this week, man. There wasn't anything that I had to have.
He spent his money on a spandex LeBron jersey.
Oh man.
Yo, come on, man. That was funny. I ain't want to laugh, but
hey man. How much was the ticket to get on that Warriors bandwagon?
Bang bang. There was a special, dog, because there were so many people going from Cleveland to Miami, Miami to Cleveland. I got mine for free.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so Maul, what you grabbed this week, Maul?
Well, what I grabbed didn't come in because I purchased 99% of my stuff online. So what I did was I went and unboxed the stuff that was sitting in the garage.
Wow.
And I
got boxes.
This dude.
Here. Yeah, so I mean, I got these. These are the Kobe 10s, the fade to black. Really dope. I didn't realize like the different hues and the ways that it hits. It's more like a navy. Shout out to StockX, accidental purchase, hashtag. So yeah, finally. And then I realized I had a bunch of boosts that were just sitting in the garage. So these are the Oreo boosts that I copped from Finish Line some time ago, probably like 3-4 months ago.
This guy.
These pearl cargo boosts, which I don't even know if I'm filling those. So yeah.
Wow.
And then I got these, some white on white sock joints.
Those are dope.
So yeah, that's all I caught.
That's all he caught.
Straight disrespectful with it.
That's all he caught. Really. All right, Miyagi, what you got, sir? What you pick up?
I don't have them to show, but I actually copped the camo Air Jordan 1s, the camo red joints from Atmos Tokyo. And I copped the Wish. I copped the Wish and Sneaker Boy Pure Boost, the jellyfish.
Man, you got the specialized.
Right.
Shit was
Change colors of glow. I gotta have, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
All right,
Dan.
All right, so it's me. All right, I got 15 pair, motherfucker. So number one that I got was these guys right here. I got these guys. So because I'm really hoping for the win tonight. So go Cavs.
Yeah.
So get these boys in actions. All right. And of course, I had to get the chutneys because they are one of the 7 OG colorways. Super dope.
I'll cop those for 105 on the flip side.
I got all 7 OGs.
Right. Well, yeah, because you've been buying shoes since, you know.
Right. God made Adam and Eve. God made Adam and Eve and then Marcus.
Marcus got the shoe one. Like it's just the first shoe ever. I got these right here. All right. With the Jumpman on the bottom. So boom, I got those. And then I got these right here. And these are the Master Air Max 1. Woot, woot. And that's my cops. That's my pickups this week.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
Molly's like, hold on. Let me go get the rest of my box.
No.
I got 7 more boxes in the garage right now. I don't even know what's in there.
Oh man, here
y'all
go.
I think I'm good. I'm quasi caught up.
There y'all go.
Quasi. Go ahead, Marcus.
All right, let me pull this up here.
He's trying to figure this stuff out.
This is Marcus's last week.
Thank God this is my last week of the weekly releases. I don't have to touch this no more. We got the legendary Pino gonna be doing this from here on out.
Pino.
But on Wednesday we got the DMP pack coming out, and the word on the street is he's probably gonna sit. What y'all think? Anybody gonna cop him?
Yeah, they can sit in my secret room.
$500? No thanks.
What would be your price that you would pay for this set?
$350, $400.
I was going to say the same thing, $350.
And plus, I mean, the thing that's terrible about the pack is that the 14s run small, and then the 13s run true to size. So how do you? I mean, like I wear a 12. They don't make it. They're not gonna make the pack in a 12 and a half.
Right.
I can't wear a 12 and a 14. It's too tight.
I don't have that problem, but then we got 2 chains and the Ewing 33 high coming out.
Trash.
Man.
You know, I'm gonna have to give me a pair of Ewings. I don't have any Ewings in my collection.
Holla at Didi.
Right. Didi is the queen of the Ewings.
Something like bricks.
And the Nike Kyrie 3 black ice white. These kind of dope, Ma. What you think?
Those are the best ones, I think.
I mean, the upper is the same as the BHM. It's got a translucent sole. They already came out with a black ice. That was the first release. So I'm really not sure what they're doing at Nike. This is kind of just like we need something to throw out in the midst of the finals. Here, take this trash.
Right.
Ooh,
I like
take
this
this
one.
trash.
It's kind of dope. I mean, it's kind
I
of
like that. I like that one.
Yeah, the first release was black ice. It had similar hits. The upper is the same as the BHM. It's like, oh, we got some leftover material. Let's throw it together and throw it to the people.
Right. Then we got this Paul George Elements coming out.
I don't like
June
that.
16.
Those are trash in person, man.
You seen them?
Yeah, those are really, really trash. Like you would think that, you know, the back part is suede.
Suede.
It looks like a suede. No, it's got like gray hairs on it. It's terrible. Hey, those are nice. What are those?
Where'd it go? He's gone.
Oh, Marcus, we lost Marcus again.
Hold on, give me a second. He'll pop back up. So, what else is coming out this weekend?
And I'm back.
All right. Hey!
Boy, I tell you, it picks the perfect time, don't it?
I know Marcus like whack-a-mole.
Internet takes snaps.
Marcus
Even
got
if the internet's old.
He's got
takes
cricket
snaps.
wireless internet.
Yeah, Peter talking about I need an upgrade.
Get off me. Get off me. All right, so the alternate Motorsport 4. Anybody
Yeah,
got
dope.
any?
I am. I see them in hand.
What's the leather like?
It's dope.
It's really good.
I heard it's like pure money.
No, it's a little better than the Pure Money.
Is it? Oh,
It's thicker. It's like I think like the alternates. I'd say it's not. It doesn't have that tumbled look like the alternates does.
okay.
But the 89 to the white and red. The leather's dope. It's soft.
I think the leather on the pure money is better than the alternate.
No, check again.
I'll have to because I haven't pulled those out in a while.
Nothing else good, gross. Nothing else coming out, Marcus. That's it. That's all we got.
That's it. That's all. That's it. Nothing else.
Let's
Nada.
go.
Here he goes.
All right.
Abbreviated.
All right. Yeah. If you're afraid his internet gonna fall asleep again. All right. So then you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It's time for my favorite part of the show because I get to do most of the talking. So here are the rules to the gap, and that's what we're about to go into is the gap. All right, so the rules are gas, 2 points, ass, 0 points, pass, 1 point. All right, so if you're keeping score at home, just remember that Marcus is going to lose, okay? Just remember that. And as long as you're tracking, you'll be all right. So remember, if you're keeping points at home, gas is 2 points, ass is no points, and pass is 1 point. All right, so tonight we got Broadus in the building. We got Kev in the building. We got MaallyMall, M with a little M. We got Marcus, and I'm going to draw a little old man with a walker beside it. All right, and then we got D. All right, and so let me see here. We're going to share this screen. We're going to open the application window. We're going to go into this right here. We're going to go right into Maall. This is Maall's. And go ahead and try to talk it up. Talk it up, brother.
Yeah, man. Just going to bring y'all a little something different in the midst of the finals. This is a Curry PE Game 4. Super dope. All black leather is on point with that gold gradient. So I had posted these over the course of the weekend. Got a lot of positive feedback. Want to see what y'all think.
Marcus.
I'm gonna have to pass. I mean, they all right, but they kind of look like a boxing shoe or something. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, so I'm not gonna ask them. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go and pass on the Roy Jones 3s.
All right, so with this particular pair, I like this pair. I'd like to see what they look like. So they have this sock piece here, and I don't know how high it goes, and what that would look like on my prosthetic and how that would go. Because it probably look fine on my actual leg, but on the prosthesis, I think that it would look baggy around the ankle. And so it's a pass for me on this one. Like, I want to like it. I think the shoe looks dope. I think the black and gold gradient, as Maall so eloquently put it, is really cool. But I think that I need to actually try this shoe on to see how it looks on the prosthetic. You know, and it's a pass for me. Mr. Broadus.
So just like Marcus said, man, if I was doing Creed 2, it'd be awesome. It's that sock. It's the sock, man. You know, the sock just throws it off. The colorway is dope. Ways that he dropped the white one. I mean, they were dope. It's just something about that sock. It's a little too high.
You passing on it?
Yeah, pass.
Okay. All right.
Kev.
Actually, these aren't bad. They do look a lot like the Kobe. What was it, Kobe Elite?
They're lower than those. Height-wise, they're right about the same size as 2000. Well, the Flyknit Hyper Dunks.
I mean, I have a pair that I had the Christmas Kobe's, and I mean, I think they're fine. But I mean, I think that they're definitely a lot better than the ones in the past. Like these are the only ones that, you know, I'm like, all right, well, because it looks like they use different materials. I feel like the other ones, you know, they kind of, I mean, I don't know. I'm a pass on them, but they're going in the right direction, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, so that's a pass. So that leaves Maul and the comment section.
Yeah, they booted it up.
Yeah, my favorite comment goes to Timba Stan, and he says they look like Power Ranger boots. And so that's a thing. So yep, and so that gets a total, brings our grand total to 5. All right, and next up we have boom. Let me zoom in a bit. All right, so these Gatorade joints, these Gatorade 6s. And I do believe this is a mock-up photo, but I'm gonna let Kev take it away, bro.
Hey, I mean, I really like these shoes. I mean, it's basically it's like a Miami Hurricanes type colorway. I mean, I know Jordan, he didn't really like the green shoes, but I mean the 8s popped off real nice with the green and the orange mix. I mean, and I like 6s, so it's a gas for me. I mean, it's a pair of shoes. As long as I can get my hands on them, I'll definitely go out and grab right away. So,
all right, MaallyMall.
I'm gonna pass. I don't like Gatorade. I'm a Powerade kind of dude anyhow. So,
all right, so he's gonna get them, but he says he's passing.
I know, right?
He gonna have them.
All right, Marcus.
I'm gonna gas him. You know, if the quality and the colorway comes out the way I expect it to, it's gonna be a pretty dope shoe. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it the gas. I mean, I prefer the other colorway that Pino had showed before.
Yes,
but I'll take these two.
The white on orange.
Yeah, the white. Yeah, but I'll take.
And
these.
like, you know, looking at some of Pino's posts, it looks like it might actually be white on orange. But I like. So for me, I think that this is gas the way it is with that green suede with the orange hips. I think that's super dope.
Suede.
And it's suede. You know, suede. So I'm really hoping they stick with this. You know, because this makes me happy. It's something different. It's not something that Jordan Brennan usually does. It's got a story behind it, so I'm with it. So this is the gas for me. All right, and Mr. Miyagi.
Man, gas, straight up.
Yeah.
You know, the quality looks great. The colorway, you know, straight with a Miami for the fall.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't say that because I may have to go back and ask him.
Right, because I do not like the Hurricanes. So.
Hey, but I mean, you know, that's the first thing you think of when you see it, though.
Right. I mean, it is a Hurricane colorway, but I'm not a fan.
Literally. Okay, so and it looks like I'm trying to figure out the chat section. I saw a whole bunch of gas, but I saw a lot of pass too.
I saw a lot of gas. There's a lot of gas in there.
Gas. All right, we'll go with that. We'll go with the gas. All right. So that brings your total up to 11. All right. So up next is these guys. Yes. So this is a mock-up. Clearly, shout out to Pino. This was mine. So they have this thing coming out they're talking about in Q1 of 2018, talking about a shattered Chicago. So it's Chicago with the basically a black toe with a red part there. Now, I'm really hoping this is how they come out and this is how they look. But so for me, if this is the way it looks, it's supposed to be coming out in, like I said, Q1 of 2018. So this is a gas for me.
Is that suede on the toe? Is that suede?
Look like
No, it's. I think that's just the color. Like the blocking they used didn't necessarily match the black toe that they used for the model, the mock-up. But it's not. It's gonna be leather. Like my guess is just like hopefully like the or shattered backboard. That's my hope.
All right, well, it's a gas for me. I mean, it's a 1. You know, if it's got that tumble shattered backboard leather, it's definitely a plus. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go and gas it.
Put it in the fridge.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
I mean, not even not quite sure how to really judge these. I feel like it's a mock-up picture, but it's a 1. So let's throw it in the bag. Let's just gas it up. Let's see if they actually come out and what they look like. It's like an early rendition. It's like you just gave me a sketch. And it's like, here, would you buy this?
Yeah. Just to be clear, that Gatorade, that 6 Gatorade picture that you sent, Kev.
Yeah.
That's a mock-up.
Oh no, but there's been pictures popping up all over the place. That was just the one that looked
of that mock-up. If you go look at Foot Locker's deal, it says white with orange. But yeah, go ahead. So Kev,
I'm gonna ask these.
I'm
gonna do it. Nah, it's a guy. I'm gonna do a Molly on you and fucking railroad you.
Just drop it.
No, it's
mercy.
And Mr. Miyagi.
Yes, because I'll tell you what, if they drop in Q1 of 2018, I'll beat somebody's mama up in line to get her place.
Yes!
I'm telling you, man.
Yes!
Right there. Somebody mama getting it straight up.
Oh, yeah, you and Dan in the punch the mama crew.
Yeah, y'all in the mama punching them and whatever.
That's a mama.
Leaving his wallet in your mom's nightstand and all types of good stuff.
That's a mama joke.
All right, so the comment section gave it a gas. So I'm just gonna I just would like to identify something real quick. This is the first time I have ever got a perfect score, like ever. That's exciting. All right.
I feel like you jumped the gun on this one though. You should have let a little more time.
Yeah, I agree. Him and Kevin, but it's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So next is this right here. And these are the triple black Air Max 97s. And I'm gonna let Marcus go on this. Go ahead, Marcus.
Why am I getting the laughter? At least this is a real shoe, and this is what it's supposed to look like.
I know.
Instead of that mock-up stuff. But yeah, y'all done made me an Air Max fan.
And it came with sketches.
Oh man.
Y'all done made me an Air Max fan, and I missed out on the gold on the gold pair. So this is gonna be my consolation prize. But I'm loving the Air Max. Shout out to my girl Heather. She's a big, huge Air Max fan. She's telling me about them. So, but yeah, it's definitely gas for me. I got to get these.
I think these are ass. It's just unadulterated butt cheeks. I'm pretty sure that's like just all plastic rather than like a mesh. It just looks. I don't know. It looks like a Payless version of an Air Max 97.
That's a bad picture because I've seen way better pictures than this. That's a bad picture.
Well, this is the picture you get, and it's butt cheeks.
You always do that, man. You always bring out like bad quality pics for everybody else.
Yeah, you noticed that, right?
Yeah, and then you bring out them high res, high definition 4K pics.
This had a sparkle in it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, so Broadus, what you got?
Gas, man, triple black colorway. I mean, you can rock them with anything. For me.
Yes, sir.
Straight up.
Man, a good taste.
I'm gonna piggyback off Jay Weezy. It look like they're poor man's triple B's. So those definitely, you should burn those. Don't even cop those, Marcus, for real. Don't cop those, please. Spend your money in Cali, dog. Don't cop those.
So was that a pass or was that a butt cheeks?
That was more butt than ashtrays.
Man,
okay. All right, and Broadus, you gave these a gas, right?
Yeah, gas.
Yep.
Yes.
He did.
It was a sympathy gas.
No, it wasn't.
Buckeye, what'd you get?
These get cheeks for weeks. This is a Beavis and Butthead. He's come with a whistle and a zebra shirt. You can wait tables in these things.
Somebody said it looks like doo-doo butter. I don't know what that is, but
it look like struck matches.
I don't know, man. I don't know what I think the comment section is a pass.
I see a lot of terribles.
Yeah, no. So we're gonna go with. I'm gonna go with a pass and give Marcus a grand total score of 5.
I think that's my worst score ever.
Hey, I didn't beat mine last week.
All right, and last but not least, we got these guys up again, and these are the off-white Jordan 1s. Tell us about it, Sneaker Miyagi.
Hey man, it's something different. Jordan 1s, I'm a fan of. That's all the way. I think he's gonna be one of the shoes where you're gonna see somebody rocking me like, damn, yo, they look way better in person than I thought. So it's just the look of it, you know, the colored shoelaces, everything, man. You know, dare to be different. That's all I say. Shit, gas.
All right, so that's a gas. Boom. Kev?
Gas.
All right. I saw a pair of these. I mean, I don't know if they were real or not, but that flap, like it's like really, really loose on the top. I don't really care for that. I think the concept of the shoe is dope, but for $350,
fuck what? Ooh,
I think they're like $350. So I'm gonna pass based on the price. If they were, you know, like I would do probably $220 on these.
$220, you say gas?
$220 I'd be gas, but $350, I can't do $350 on these. I'd actually rather buy another pair of Chicago if I was gonna do that. So I'm gonna pass them. I'm not gonna ask them, but I mean they're looking better to me than the first time we seen them.
It's the same picture.
Yeah, to that point, I didn't like them when Pino posted them, and I don't like them now. So,
Yeah, jerk.
they look like my kid tried to stitch them together. You know, it's like a halfway finished shoe to me. They ass, bro.
Yeah. Marcus.
It's a gas for me, just like it was first time. I mean, I love this shoe. Hopefully, I can get my hands on a pair. You know, so this.
You can have my pair.
All right. Well, if you get them, any one of y'all that get them, send them to me. Don't be trying to resell when you say they're going for $2,000. Send them to me.
Oh,
so it's gas.
They're definitely gonna go up though. I mean, it's gonna be hard to get, and people are gonna be spending.
What's the production numbers? What's the production numbers looking like?
I don't know. Pino, you know?
Ass. They're ass. It's all ass.
ass.
Yeah, it's a Big Sean song. Like, I don't get the green laces. I don't understand why they're doing the knockout, like the flaps up top. Like
that part I don't like. That's the only part that I really
I don't like that. I don't like the lower flap thing. Like, I mean, maybe I'm just not cool enough to wear this shoe, and I really think that's the key. Is I've hopped off this fashion wagon a long time ago, and just, I mean, like, to me, it's like messing with something that's sacred. You know, like we're gonna take some.
But I mean, like, look at the back though. I mean, it looks like suede.
Suede.
No, it's canvas. There's canvas. There's like right there, the gray
in the back.
Yeah.
Looks like suede. That looks kind of.
I mean,
looks like KO material, to be honest. It looks like a KO.
Man, y'all kill me with that sacred stuff. It's freaking shoes you put on your feet.
Right.
It's
coming from a guy who doesn't
like it's the Chicago.
It doesn't matter. It's a shoe that you put on your feet that the bottom is gonna get dirty. It's gonna smell like funk. I mean, it's a shoe.
Oh my god! It's a $350 shoe.
Yeah, that's
and you haven't spent that much on a pair of shoes before, Dan.
All right, Marcus, I need you to go take your medicine.
There we go.
How much them Atmos cost you, Dan? How much
You don't go outside, dude. What are you talking about?
How much were those Masters? I do go outside. I had to go to the sneaker store. I go outside.
I spent more on this shoe, but at least they're complete. At least they are done. It's like we got about halfway through this shoe, and we're just like, man, they'll buy it. And yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They'll buy it, and they will, in droves.
I don't know why you people think I don't go outside. Y'all act like I'm living with some Section 8 chick or something. And
like you said,
Gollum.
He still lives in the Underground Railroad.
I go outside. I wore my DB3s outside and walked in the grass twice.
In your backyard. In your backyard.
I did not.
You wore them in your patio. I seen your patio.
Me and Harriet just chilling over here.
You probably walked on your hands, bro. You probably walked on your hands. I ain't beat.
I did not.
I seen you outside one time. Ain't nobody seen you outside. You work from home.
Wait till we get to LA.
All I'm saying.
I'm gonna walk this pair day.
You gonna Greco-Roman wrestle you?
For me, this is straight up one of like. I don't like it. I think they did a better job with the Air Max 95. No, what was it? 93. The Air Max Vapors were but I think which one is it? The Air Max 93 that they did. Anyhow, I thought that was a much better execution, but I can't, like, it looks like a kid just like glued some shit onto the stuff on the side. Gross ass. All right. I'm done. I'm sorry, Broadus.
Oh, BT Dubs, I got this on the
I don't even remember.
Good, man.
What did the comment section do? What did the comment section do besides make the happy little laughing faces?
You know they ain't passed and asked that.
Yeah. At least they smart. All right. So you got a 5. You got 5 points. I got 12 points. Kev got 11 points. Marcus and Maul both got 5 points.
Wow.
Oh my God. I won. Well, it's been like forever since I won. So I win.
Can we get to the next segment, please?
Hey, Katie.
We need a recount.
Can we get to the next segment, please?
All right.
What did you have? I'm passing on yours.
Too late. It's done. I win.
Yeah.
Some shoes that probably ain't never gonna come out.
I know, right?
Not gonna look anything like that.
They're gonna have a jump man on the toe,
right?
On the tongue.
And on the back.
On the tongue, right?
You gonna ask them?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Marcus, you get these?
Wow.
Trump card.
I will.
Yeah,
what's the outsole look like?
Oh yeah, it looks like this. Damn.
I will have them.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go and buy the original ones like later. All right. So anyway, now let's get to the first topic of this evening, and it's gonna be Maul. Maul, you're up.
All right. So it is 8:53. Tip-off's probably like within 10 minutes, game 5. And what I'm trying to figure out is who benefits more if the Warriors win the championship. Is it Nike or Under Armour?
The referees.
It's only for the games played in Cleveland, Kev.
Whatever. You get 4 technicals.
That's because they didn't read the script. So yeah, KD obviously there could be a what the MVP pack because he's probably going to win MVP of the finals if they win. There's obviously a finals pack that they can do, and then there's a Curry finals pack. So what do you got? What do you think?
I think that Under Armour is going to get this one. I think it has to go to Under Armour because Steph Curry, no matter what, is the even if KD, which is very deserving, gets the MVP, I think what you begin to see is the Under Armour actually transforming a tad. You're going to get 2 rings in 3 years, right?
Right.
He's like they're actually making like the shoe is morphing into something that's more, they're actually like the shoe that you just had in your Under Armour video, they're starting to like reach into the lifestyles market. They're trying to expand their brand. And I think that just opens it up, it does. And I mean, what does Nike have to gain from the KD? And historically, what KD has sold? Tell me, even that anniversary KD is still sitting in my Foot Locker. They sold out on the app, but they're sitting at the Foot Locker. Straight up, they're sitting. You know, until KD gets a new design and away from that 9 and 10 look and anywhere near the 8, they need to find somebody to redesign, like start over with KD. In my mind,
I don't mind the KD that's out right now. The new one that just came out, it's not. I think it looks better than the last one, although it looks somewhat similar. But I think that with them adding KD, I think that hurt Under Armour because Steph was the leader of the team when he won the championship before, and that you saw movement in Under Armour. You saw people going out there to get him, and now with KD out there, I don't think people see it as being as special. I don't think people look at the Warriors as overcoming a great obstacle because they are so stacked. I mean, and I think that hurts Under Armour because they were moving they were definitely moving in the right direction because you didn't see Under Armour at Foot Locker or Finish Line, and then for a while you saw them start popping up all over the place, and now they're going right back down to where they were when he first started. So Kevin Durant, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know.
I get what you're saying, Kev, but at the same time, I feel like the numbers are skewed only because the threes were so flawed in the design.
And that could
drop down. So it could be what you think is the KD effect because he's on the squad now, when in reality it's just because it was a trash product and people were turned off by it.
And it could be that too. I mean, you got LeBron and you've got Kyrie. Who, I mean, LeBron's 13s so terribly. I mean, I'm guessing that the 14s are selling better, but I mean, I think that effect is from the 13s being so terrible.
Right. Well, they had to drop the price because it was selling so poorly, and they started to introduce.
There was a phallic symbol on the side. #phallic ankle.
But I mean, it wasn't a good shoe. I mean, it wasn't. I didn't buy not one pair of those 13 highs. Now I did buy one of the Soldiers, but those things are way too high to wear casually. The only reason I really bought those, I bought
4 Soldiers.
I bought those because for the Ohio State. That's what Ohio State wore against Michigan. It's the only reason I bought them.
I got stuck with 4 pairs of Soldiers because that daggone Kyrie LeBron pack.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't know. That pack wasn't bad at all. I don't think.
The Soldiers were terrible. Kyrie's were dope.
I mean, I would take them to have them, but that's being a Cavs fan.
I digress.
What team do you really like though?
What about Anta? What about Anta? Is it a win for Anta as well?
It's like impossible to get. You gotta order it direct from overseas. So you're never gonna see it in a store if you don't have any retail space. Then how well are you really gonna sell?
I mean, you don't see them anywhere. I mean, I honestly think that Li Ning would sell a lot better if they put themselves in more people's hands. I mean, you can't really.
I want some more of those. I really, really do.
Yeah, but same here. We gotta hit O'Brien.
I've never had a pair in hand, so I don't have that connection. So if I don't have a pair in my hands, if I can't go out there and look at them, I don't have that connection. I mean, I like D Wade, but he's not my favorite player, so I don't have any urge or desire to really grab them.
Right, you can't figure out how they run. I mean, there's just a big disconnect there.
They run big. It's a half size big.
Oh man,
you have to literally try someone else's on, or they would have to tell you.
Yeah.
And everyone's foot's a little bit different if it's wider or if you have one foot that's longer than the other. I mean,
and then the 2s fit different than the 3s, and the 3s fit differently than the 5. So
And how do you sell them? I mean, because if you got that one person that takes a chance and buys those shoes and they don't fit right, then they're like, all right, well, screw this. That could be that could be their whole experience. That could be the first and the last time they decide to mess with you. So at least Under Armour has different models, and you can go out there and you can actually buy a pair in the store.
Right. Try them on, see how they fit. And that's the thing for me is like with that ankle, with that, with the prosthesis, I have a really hard time. I really do. Like with the Flyknits, I have a hard time because like the Adidas Flyknit, like the NMDs, they come around the bottom, I think, and they look weird. They're like floppy almost, where they like look like fitted, like a fitted sock on my other one, on my real leg. So it makes things really difficult for me to do that. Like, and that's some of my concern with like the Steph Curry 4. And I'd like to get my hands on it, but I just don't know. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I mean, like, no, I know y'all don't know what I mean because none of y'all are missing none of y'all are missing the leg. But,
I mean, I understand.
I understand the concept. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's the wear. How am I going to wear it? Because like I have a hard time with pants because of that.
Right. Same issue with like the 13s.
And I mean, like
the Jordans. I mean,
and I think that like what Under Armour does is they go with more of a technical shoe. Like it's like the 31 Jordan, where you really don't wear those, casually. I mean, I think that they need to kind of get more towards maybe a hybrid or a street.
That was the issue because Under Armour was all about performance. So like the 3s aesthetically, they look bad. They look like Jordan 22s. And that's not a coincidence because there was 2 former Jordan reps who designed that shoe. But the performance of it is great. I mean, you could literally throw it on and it's ready to go. So playing wise, it's awesome. It just doesn't look all that pleasing.
Yeah, and I mean, but I think that a lot of people, I know that I first buy for looks and then I buy for the comfort. Now the 31s, I think they look all right, but the comfort, when I wore the first pair out, I was like, oh man, these are all going for $100. I'm gonna buy all these now because they're comfortable to play in, where a lot of my other Nikes aren't very comfortable to play in. And I'm not gonna play in retros.
I do like the way there's like a pull thing on the UA. You know what I'm talking about? Like on the Aishas, I think it has like on the back heel cup. It like pulls out. I think that's really neat. I really want those Aisha Curry ones. I really, really do. That's the first UA where I've been like, I really want that shoe.
Marcus and Broadus, man, what's up? What y'all think, man?
I think, man. Oh, go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead, man. You good.
I mean, personally, man, I think Under Armour gonna, if Golden State win, Under Armour will benefit because right now I see Under Armour really focusing on bringing more entertainment into their business, like rappers. They got something coming with Shy Glizzy out of DC. They got the Bulk Sneaker Show on the 24th. So, I without knowing KD's contract with Nike, I even go to say they might try to scoop him up. I mean, if he's free in the next couple of years and they going DC heavy like they're going right now, yeah. And put him on the roster for the Under Armour. And, of course, it's going to make the stock go back up, because everybody going to ride the Golden State Curry hype again. You know what I'm saying? Like your boy there and the Smello over there, the boy in the Smello. So, I mean, that's my 2 cents on it, man. I mean, plus they coming out with some kicks that, make you think, all right, I'll copy. What's the price?
The lows are fire, dog. And the price point.
I get it.
Lows will be 110. The highs will be 140 at most.
Yeah, so that definitely turns some heads, man.
And with me, I mean, I definitely think UA has more to gain with the Golden State Championship. I mean, basically because for number one, the KD 10, 9, whichever one, is a horrible looking shoe. There's really nothing that you can do to it that's gonna make it appealing. But with Under Armour, they can throw some different colorways or whatever on these shoes, and it may make it look better. You know what I'm saying? But with the KD, there's nothing that you can do to that shoe that's gonna make me want to go out and buy it. But I may be more interested.
You can hit it with some dope colorways. There's some concepts that you could implement that would make that look hot.
Yeah, I think that have you seen the
it on it? I mean, there's some ways to make that look hot.
I mean, they said the same thing about the 9, and there still was not a 9, and I looked at it and I was like, okay, I might want to get a pair. I mean, each pair that comes out, we say, okay, throw some different colorways, and I may cop. But have they done that? Have any of y'all bought a KD since probably the 7?
I haven't bought KD in a minute.
Well, KD, they need to shock the system though, because with so many different colorways and having it be so plentiful, people don't have any stock. They don't, there's no desire or urge to go out there and buy KDs. Now, if he gets the finals MVP, say they win or whatever, and then, you know, they go on and they win or whatever down the road. I mean, they need to limit some of his shoes, because you can go out to the outlets and get them all, just like LeBron's. They need to limit them.
I think with KD though, he don't even try to make his shit look good. You know, he don't even try to. You know what I mean? Like, you know, with LeBron, at least
he don't even brush his hair.
You know,
LeBron, they got the same ball spots, dog. Stop it.
Oh,
no,
but
I'm saying
he got them African beats.
at least
they got the same daggone spots.
Yo, man, he got the
It's
Brussels
not the same.
sprouts in his head.
It's not the same. It's not the same. KD here looks like a gang of flies.
Nah, bro. Yo, they had an overview. They had an overview on LeBron and KD.
Hold on, because I mean,
like all in
you
one.
about to take me there. I mean,
KD's hair. Woo.
Oh man.
Right. I mean, LeBron's hairline, whatever, but
do we really have to pull out proof?
I saw Police Snoop put up a picture of those tens, the anniversary tens, are like the like bluish color kind of. And I mean, like the way he had them laced and stuff has been pretty dope. I don't know. I can't see me rocking them. They look like I'm trying to pull up this picture. Pino and Tay Baltimore are talking about this pair that Baltimore
Sneaker show.
What is it? Yeah, sneaker show.
Yes, sir.
Are doing I don't know where that's at.
You need it? I'll put it up.
Yeah, if you can pull that picture up. So that's really what I think that needs to happen with UA. Is they have to connect to the street. They have to connect to urban wear, because sneakerheads are ultimately, you know, like urban folks. So people that like hip hop and style, and that combination. Right now, a lot of what Under Armour is doing is for technology and playing ball. So until they have this opportunity, weird. What's going on, Marcus?
Look, I just wanted Maul. He made this comment about Kevin Durant hair. Bro. Looks like LeBron. LeBron looks
LeBron,
dude. I mean, this dude.
No,
tell me that don't look
Yo,
like.
He look like he giant.
He look like a helicopter view.
I mean, look at the look on his face. He know it's had nothing to do. Look at his face. He's like, really, this camera gonna zoom in this close on my head, knowing I ain't put a brush on it in about 6 weeks. That's horrible.
He got the color purple hair.
Oh, man. They're just. I think while they may sell some pairs if Steph Curry gets another ring, I think until they connect with the
there you go.
They gotta, and like Miyagi was saying, they gotta reach out to some celebrities, some rappers, somebody to wear these shoes if they want to get the attention.
Shaq Glizzy's pair look like. I want to see what Shaq Glizzy's pair look like. You know, he out of DC, he a fresh little youngin. You know, I want to see what he come out with. You know, hopefully it'd be something dope and they could connect more to the streets like they're trying to do. And Nike is behind on the ball, I think, man. You know, they should have been connected with the streets, man.
He got them Tobies. He said he got unseen talent. He said he got that Roots Toby hair. He looks like the guys must be crazy. You know that dude that was walking around with that slice bottle in that movie back in the 80s?
Oh, man.
So, I mean, ultimately, starting with Broadus, and then we'll run down the panel. If the Golden State Warriors win the finals, which I don't think that they will, who wins, UA or Nike?
Wow.
UA.
All right. Boom. Kev.
I'll go UA.
Maul.
UA. They got more room to grow. Nike's already a giant.
Marcus.
I agree. It's UA. I mean, one thing they need to do, like Pino said, they need to change that emblem, that logo. It's horrible.
Yes. We'll get into that, though. We'll get into that.
And for me, I believe UA because I feel like they're the ones that have the room to grow. just like what Maul said. So we are going to move into the next, and it's a $10,000 question, ladies and gentlemen.
The $10,000.
Kev, what you got?
$1,000 question. All right. So, what does Under Armour and Adidas have to do to get to the same level or surpass Nike? And we've kind of touched on this already. Basically, what I think, and like Pino said, and Broadus, I mean, I think that the logo may need to change. I like the logo for, like football and things like that. Yeah, on shirts. But on a shoe, I don't think that you can put that logo on there and it doesn't seem sleek to me. Like I don't know, it just inside. But I mean, I think that they're doing the right thing though. I think that they're using different materials on the shoes as opposed to, just what they had always done. I think that they're starting to acclimate towards different things. I'd like to see, like, that Curry looks a lot better, but I'd like to see like more of a street style.
You saw the lows
to it? No, I didn't see those. I didn't see them. The highs, I think that you can make those look dope if you just widen them out a little bit. Like, I mean, they're too, like, how you wear those with jeans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if you widen them out and you make them like, kind of similar to even like a SF Air Force One, I think that would be a dope look. But I mean, I think that they're going in the right direction. I think that Adidas, they know what to do, I think, for the most part. But how long can they trickle sell shoes? Like, I mean, when they trickle sell the NMDs, everybody's like, oh yeah, I got to get this NMD, I got to get that NMD, and then they started selling 30 pairs of NMDs in a weekend, and now you see NMDs at the store just chilling.
So it's saturated.
Yeah, so I think that they need to kind of either they need to dial back, or they need to figure out, all right, hey, we got this one pair, and we're gonna go bananas on this one pair, and then every now and then drop a couple pairs of, gems, so to keep you getting out there, or not release the numbers. Say, hey, here's a box of NMDs. One NMD is 2 NMDs. One is gonna be limited, and the other one isn't. And I mean, sure, the people that work at the store probably tell some of the people, but the amount of people that don't know, I mean, I think that would be a good move for them. So for me, in short, Under Armour, if they do something else with their logo, or I mean, they could even design one that doesn't even have one, or make it small, not as big.
Well, that's what I was going to say. The logo just needs to be a little bit discreet. It doesn't have to overpower the shoe. So you can have it hit in certain areas, whether it's on the tongue or on the heel. Or even a small, like on a toe box or something like that, where it's still there. The branding is there, clear as day. If it's got the SC logo, the Steph Curry, you know that it's Under Armour. It's definitely not Nike. It's not Reebok. It's not Adidas. All right. So that's that. Secondly, more collaboration. So as Miyagi was saying, you have to resonate with the culture, with the youth, and get them bought into the product. Because right now, if they're not bought in, so you've got little kids in AAU and basketball leagues, they're buying Currys and other basketball shoes and stuff like that, but it's really not hitting beyond that demographic other than, myself and a few other enthusiasts. So more collaborations, bring different groups of life, different demographics in so they can buy into the product. Because usually if you wear it and it withstands, the quality, return buyers.
Yeah, I mean, they also need to put some saturation in, because they don't have any presence. We go to SneakerCon, I don't see any Under Armours there, so they need to be at these places, and they need to be putting them in people's hands. That's the perfect venue to be at. I mean, to say, all right, hey, look, check this out. There's a court over here. It can get it so you can walk around and say, hey, man, if we're in the performance, we're going to allow you to try on these shoes and then walk around in them and jump and see, if it's that much better, allow people to see it, Hey,
real quick, shout out to Unseen Talent, who's keeping us up to date with the live scores from the game right now. Shout out to him. And then I wanted to touch on, I don't remember what they said up here. Tate Baltimore, Adidas cornered the running market. Nike got the retros and b-ball sneakers. UA needs new designers. And then what Kev said. So Adidas does not have the runner runner's market cornered. Now they market their shoe as a runner, but again, I don't know if it's necessarily a runner. You know, for like when I used to run back in the day, my feet kind of went inward. I pronated inward. So there's no technology for the boost other than the boost being a super comfortable shoe to kick it in. Like running in it isn't like what they have is the lifestyle market cornered, because right now a low cut shoe with some tapered jeans is kind of a hot look. You know, people like that, and they come out with a copious amount of shoes, and it gives that, like, you know, you can wear it with everything, and they're between $150 to $180. They're easy to get and stuff. So like they have this lifestyle market, as it were. Additionally, I think that I was at God, I can't remember the name of that sneaker convention. It was at Georgia Southern, and they Nighthawk was there. Nighthawk, is that his name?
Nightwing?
Yeah, Nightwing.
Nightwing. Thank you. Nightwing was there with an adidas pair of shoes, and they had a basketball court up there, and they had Mike's kids, Mike Rich. He had his kid up there doing the thing, and they were actually trying the shoe out. Why isn't you know Under Armour doing that? You know, and why aren't they? They have designers. I know they have people that can push toward the lifestyles market. Can we get a shoe that looks similar? This is my same complaint with the LeBron 14. I really like the LeBron 14. I think it's comfortable. It fits me well. But I'd like to have like a leather pair that looks more like a street shoe than a basketball shoe. And why can't I get that from Under Armour? And why isn't Under Armour? Why don't they have a presence in the sneaker culture? If they're trying to crack that, they're not doing a good job currently.
Catering to their cash cow, and you know he's just big on the performance. It's less about the aesthetics. So they just need to figure out how to integrate the two.
Well, I think personally, I think Adidas has hit their peak, or they're about to hit their peak. I don't really see them getting to the point. Everybody thinks that, you know, at some point they may surpass Nike. I don't see it. I think the trend is going to wear off at some point. You know, you go to these sneaker shows and you see these people with all these pairs of Yeezys that they're trying to get rid of, and they're not moving anymore like they used to. None of these shoes are moving. I mean, like you said about the hype around the NMDs. NMDs aren't selling anymore like they used to. Any store you walk into now, you can see them, the Ultra Boost. You see everything sitting on the shelf. So I think Adidas has pretty much hit its peak. I don't know, outside of, you know, better marketing or finding that next big star to rock the shoes, I don't see them getting anywhere close to what Nike is doing.
No,
And
they still need to tap the basketball market.
But I mean, they've already lost that. They've already lost that basketball market with Derrick Rose and his numerous injuries wearing their shoe. You know, and that's the joke now. That's the joke. No, I don't think anybody will ever take them serious anymore.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
but there's that. What's that Boost one? The Adidas basketball shoe. Yeah, it has that. Well, I don't even know if it's. I don't even think it's the Harden, but it has a full length Boost. It's a white.
The Wiggins weren't.
I don't know if it was any particular. I can't remember the name of it was, but I mean, people were. I mean, like I saw a lot of people, but I mean, to be honest, at the basketball game at SneakerCon, do you know what I saw everybody wearing? Really, KD9s. Everybody had KD9s on.
It's a good shoe for basketball. It's good support. I mean, it's a perfect shoe for basketball.
But why are they not wearing Under Armour? What's the deal there? Why are they appealing to those people who are influencers in this market? They should be handing them shits out or stuffs out. Go ahead, brothers.
No, I mean they need new designers. Number one, what Adidas or Under Armour, either or both. What they need to do is connect with the people more than Nike has. So what I mean is, like, they need to go where the people are going. In my opinion, they need to be at the sneaker cons doing limited releases, having their ambassadors there saying, let's do a test release of this shoe, and let's set up at a sneaker con or each city sneaker cons at, and let's do a test release of a certain shoe and see how it does. You'll get plenty of people like, well, bought Sneaker Show shoe, right? Y'all seen it, right? Right? But I'm pretty sure June 24th fell out at his show. everybody that's going to go to this show in Baltimore is going to buy a pair of those Ball Sneaker Show shoes. And I think smaller scale to grow it, they can connect with the people, start there, start at the trade shows that where people are going, and just have better designers.
One of the problems with Under Armour is that they're tied into the way they started, which was football. And people don't look past football as a sport or a reason to wear those shoes. And then you see a lot of the high school kids. Yeah, it doesn't cross over. I mean, anytime I think about Under Armour, the first thing I think about football cleats, you know, football apparel and stuff like that. Yeah, the compression. You know, so it's hard to get out of that mindset of the way that they started to look at them to do anything differently. So I think they have to start marketing and expanding and letting people know we're just not a football brand. We're not just a high school product where we give all our products to the high school players to wear. You know, they have to let people know what else they offer. You know, and that's what's holding them back. Yeah,
because I mean, when you get lumped into like the team shoe, then that becomes like the uncool shoe. Because I mean, back in the day where they came out with they had the shoes with the straps when I was in high school where you could change the color. But like when they first came out, you were like, oh man, those are straight. And then you saw all the teams had them shoes with the straps in a different color. You're like, man, these things are kind of basic. Like, and I think that what they need to do is they need to have their own, they need to have individuality, I think. So I don't know how they're going to achieve that, but I mean, a step in the right direction definitely would be to go to an event like SneakerCon or things like that, where people that are looking for other brands are actually able to interact with that. And then they can meet somebody that works with the actual company, because Nike's not sending people to work with the actual people at SneakerCon or anything like that.
They don't have to anymore.
Yeah, and they don't have to.
They built it. They've already built it up.
But that's a lane for them though, to get in there and, all right, hey, I've built an actual like relationship with the brand by talking to this person about it. And he educated me, or he or she educated me on the technology of the shoe, and this is what it does, and this is how it breaks down. And I mean, I think that's a place that they can jump up. I mean, they have the most room to grow. So
but do you know what they do? Nike's, you know, like through Champs sends out pairs to influencers on YouTube.
So does Under Armour.
Right, but we don't see them. You don't see them.
That falls on the influencers, because your influencers don't really influence. They just follow the trend. They just follow the wave. They're vultures. It takes a true pioneer, true influencer to go out there and say, this is what I'm rocking. This is what, you know, what I'm down with. You guys should give it a shot. You should try it.
Right. So, but again, Adidas is out there at local sneaker events, running kids through, and I think sneaker clothing line said it was the Lillard, that they're all red shoe, or maybe it was a Harden. It was a Harden. Either way, it was super dope, and they had the kids running drills, and that's cool. Why? Like, that's the part I don't get, is like when they're picking these influencers, you know, like Nike is sending stuff, but it's coming through Champs. Adidas is sending stuff, but it's coming through whatever. Nike sends stuff to Kais, and Kais is the biggest influencer on YouTube, on, you know, the format that we all use. You know, Under Armour have to do that. They have to build that following in that market. Period. Until they do that, man, they're not going to have the sneaker culture. And Danny Nicole says, "Can someone get Katie a brush, please?" So
score.
Yeah, the score's 18-11 Cavs.
Yep.
All right. And so this is a good time to jump into Ask Marcus. All right, Marcus, do you have questions?
Ask Mr. Marcus. I didn't get any questions this week. I guess anybody want any of my wonderful advice, you know, all my wise wisdom that I have. So I came up with my own topic. And what I want to ask you guys, you have a choice between hip hop, sports, or kicks. You can only pick one to have for the rest of your life. Which one you picking? Me personally, I got to go with kicks over everything. I mean, that's my love. That's my passion. You know, so it's all about the shoes for me. I mean, fashion, shoes, kicks, all that, they all tie together for me. And that's been one of the biggest things in my life since I was a little kid, you know, looking fresh, looking fly, stepping out the house and people checking out my feet. You know, sports is okay. I mean, I watch my sports, but I don't have to. There's enough content on TV where I don't have to be involved in sports. And there's other forms of music besides hip hop. I love my hip hop. I mean, if I can rank them all three, it's going to be kicks, hip hop, and then sports. But for me, if I got a choice between the three, you know, I'm going to have to deal with my kicks for the rest of my life. What would you guys?
Well, I thought about this one, and I'm going to cheat. I'm going to say sports, and primarily I'm going to say basketball. Because in the midst of playing basketball, I'm going to have kicks. So I'm going to bypass that question, go with basketball, and I'll rock kicks every day for the rest of my life. How's that?
That's really cheap.
That's not how it works. They're playing basketball in penny loafers, Maul. Like that's how it goes.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Then you wouldn't want to watch sports anyway. The quality would be so trash.
But I mean, like, if you're saying that, like, without sports, then where's your inspiration for the shoe? So I mean, then that goes down. So for me, I'm going to say sports. I would take, because I mean that's what got you into shoes, to go out there and try to play like Michael, or you know, to try to do a couple, you know, sweet moves that you see on Sports Center. I mean that's what you watch. You watch the Super Bowl. I mean, you watch the finals. You watch World Series. I mean, I definitely would say sports, but I mean the second would be shoes. Third, hip hop. I can listen.
You taking wing tips for the rest of your life?
Yeah, man. I guess I'll roll with the wingtips.
Fancy ass shoes. I'll be wearing them fancy things, brogues, man.
I'll be wearing those Kenneth Coles.
Square motherfucker.
House puppies. I mean, I love.
What you got?
For me, I'll say music, man, because at the end of the day, to me, if I had to live without kicks, if music, depending on who's the influencer, who's the innovator, they could take those damn wingtips and make them hot. Everybody be wearing them. Everybody wearing wingtips. Everybody wearing, you know, Sperry's, whatever. Whoever's hot at the time, and whoever can make it look real good, people will start wearing it. So music, man.
And so for me, I have to agree with Miyagi. You know, wax on, wax off. I have to go with music. If my soul was to be written down on paper, it'd be in music. And I love hip hop. I don't particularly care for like a lot of the modern hip hop, but I do like a lot of, you know, older hip hop. So I mean, like hip hop for me is what I would have to choose. Because I love it. Like sports, I could deal without. You know, I do love football. I love sneakers. I love basketball, but hip hop, man, I can't imagine a world without it. So that's where I lean with that. Like it's just how it is.
I'm gonna have to take all y'all sneakerhead cards away from y'all because y'all just disappointed me tonight.
Hey, speaking of hip hop, we're gonna see that All Eyes on Me.
I'll see it on the Fire Stick.
Right. I don't really have any interest. For one, I'm not a Pac fan, you know, and I know I'm gonna get hate for that. I'm not a Pac fan. That's number one. And secondly, it just looked like a Lifetime movie to me. You know, I expected more when they kept saying that, you know, they were making a Pac movie. I expected more. And just looking at the trailers, it looked like something that could have popped on Lifetime or Oxygen or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So
I think it looks like they put some money into it. But my whole thing is to go to the movie theater with the crowd that's going to be there might not be the safest option. So,
hello.
Thug life.
So just being real, I'll watch it on the Fire Stick.
See, I go to the uppity movie theater, and you know, I go to the ones where it's $30 a ticket. Ain't no brother gonna be buying no $30 ticket.
You know they ain't gonna have no Tupac in there neither.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be there. It's gonna be there.
You're gonna go to the movie theater and have a whole different experience because somebody's gonna be yelling at the screen.
That's all in the hood.
Like my life is defined in bits of music. Like while a sneaker can take me back to the way that I felt, a Weird. I just saw a comment that kind of caught me off guard. A sneaker can take me back to a specific time, but like music can bring me back to emotions, right? I don't know. It's something totally, there's something different about music that I can't live without. Which, I think, this is a good time to switch to this one because my question, this is the same question. Boom, flip the switch. This is the first. This is the question that I asked at SneakerCon, and I did rather than doing like a normal vlog. I asked everybody the same question. What do you love about sneakers? And for me, it's always been this idea, like this, like I can get this thing, put it on my feet, and all of like hashtag comment caught me off guard. That's the usual suspects. So for me, I can put something on my feet and it will change the way I feel about my whole damn day. I could be having the shittiest week. I had a really bad month, man. Like June was difficult. Like the very beginning of June and like the end of May was really hard. But these just put me on a different thing. Like I had an amazing day yesterday, even with some other trial and tribulations on the backside of that. I had an amazing day because of sneakers. When I get to go to events and I get to go do things like that, like I get to talk with people and meet people that feel the same way as me about sneakers. And we get to talk about it and chop it up. People are like, yo, can I you sign this shoe? I got to sign an anniversary Jordan 11. Like that was super dope. Like, and I love that. I love that. So, what do you love about sneakers and the culture that we have here, or community, or whatever it is you want to call it? Marcus.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go a little bit off of what you said. In the beginning when I fell in love with sneakers, it was just because I wanted to be the freshest kid. I wanted to have on the dopest kicks, and I always wanted to go in the closet, pick out my kicks, and then find an outfit, because I've always said that's my motto. I dress from the feet up. But now through social media, it's changed all that. Now the important thing about kicks to me is you guys, the people who I met, my friends. Like yesterday I went to a sneaker event and all of my buddies that I met on IG showed up, Diana, Ryan, Adam, Dre, Sonny. We all kicked it and sat around talking for a long time about everything, just life and hanging out. And, I have new friends who I can talk to about kicks where I didn't have that 4 or 5 years ago. People looked at me and be like, man, this dude buy all these shoes, and they didn't understand my passion and my love for it. But now, I got people who I can meet. Now we talking about going to LA. I don't really travel, but we talking about going to LA. We talking about going to Atlanta. We talking about going all over to hang out, talk about kicks, and just hang out. So that's my love for it. It's the culture, it's the friends, it's the brotherhood that I've made just by wearing a pair of kicks on IG and with some socks. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about for me.
Dilla from Manila says Jesus was always jealous of Marcus's feet.
He was. he used to get mad.
He got mad when you got them Bordeaux's.
Yeah, man. He used to punish your boy. He wouldn't give me none of that bread. He wouldn't let me drink none of the wine and nothing like that. He used to punish your boy.
So, Maul, what do you love about sneakers?
For me, it's the culture. Getting to interact with everybody. It's the running joke that we don't go to SneakerCon to cop shoes. We go to link up with everybody, the Tracys, the Dans, the Kevins of the world, etc. And just have a weekend where I work in a corporate environment and I'm kind of the unicorn. They don't quite understand why I have so many shoes. Why do you have so many sneakers? How are you going to wear them, etc., etc. Accidental purchase, exactly. So it's just being in a room with like-minded individuals who share the same emotions, passions, feelings, and experiences. I think that's for me.
Yeah, man. Kev?
I basically feel the same way that you guys do. Just to be able to connect with someone, and that whole nostalgic feel of when you get a shoe, and then to be able to talk to somebody, and then to spread that joy to that person, because I mean, like when you're talking about shoes to somebody that likes shoes, it's a whole different feeling than it is to, you know, when you talk to somebody else, like, oh man, I just got these, and they don't know what you're talking about, nor do they care. But when you're able to connect with someone and you can talk about how you first got them, when you got them before, I mean, because you know we're all buying the same shoes, but you know you got that, you share that story, and you just, I mean, you solidify friendships, relationships, and I mean, you know, there's opportunity right now with, you know, where things are for it to be lucrative too, and it's something that you do love. So I mean, I think that, I mean, shoes are one of the greatest things for me, because you know I got to meet all you guys, and then you know we built a relationship. So like, you know, sometimes, you know, throughout the day, I mean, we can all be in a bad spot, but we just hit the text feed, and you know that elevates you and has you think in a different way, and you know you've got supporters. Now we have people, you know, in our homes that support us and everything too, but sometimes, you know, you need to holler at somebody that relates on a different level, who may be going through something similar that you don't allow people that are under your roof to be in on. So I mean, it's been great outside of just the shoes. For more than anything, it's the relationships.
Yes. Broadus, what do you love about sneakers?
You know, go off of a little bit what Kev said. You know, it's all about sneakers. To me, allows everyone to outside of reality. Like, you know, everyone has, a lot of people have day jobs that they go to, you know, work hard every day. But with sneakers, we take time out of our lives to contribute to something and come together like this podcast here and just meet people, you know, that you normally wouldn't meet outside of the sneaker culture. And it's almost kind of like, to be honest, like a secret society, because people outside of the sneaker culture, and most of them don't even know about anything. You know, you talk, like Kev said, you talk to them about sneakers, they don't know shit about it. It's just about the brotherhood, you know, the sisterhood, and just being able to communicate with people outside of your daily lives and just, you know, build.
So I was going through one of the worst phases of my life like 2.5 years ago, right? And I started taking pictures of my sneakers and post like really crappy pictures, you know, from like top down, you know. And I found you know, I'll be real honest and real vulnerable here. Like I got sober at that time. I was stopping alcohol, stopping the drugs and stuff, and my life was absolutely miserable. I kind of lost meaning for myself. I mean, and one of the biggest things was honestly Marcus. Like Marcus was like in my corner, like as a big brother, like, man, let's do this. There's something, you got something happening here. Let's do this. And he's, you know, like, hey, you should start a YouTube. Hey, you should do a podcast. Hey, you should do this. You should do that. Get a camera. Take these pictures. You could do this, you know. And I have found this family, right? Like I got some pretty strange news last night. And I was able to take this group of brothers here on the panel, and for real, like suddenly everything was just okay, you know? And that's something that I could never do without at this point in my life. Like, so sneakers are sneakers are the glue that binds us, but the friendships that come along are the part that I love, you know? So with that being said, Marcus, what do you hate about sneakers?
Hate your guts.
You know, just like social media has brought us together, what I hate is how social media tears down other accounts. Here's my personal feelings. I could care less what anybody posts. You can post some fake kicks, you know, whatever. You can post some Payless kicks. I don't care. It's just all a passion for the love of kicks that I'm into this for. And I hate how people will tear each other down, you know, make negative comments, you know, and just be downright mean, you know, about some sneakers. You know, I mean, a lot of people, like Dan, you said how important it is because of what it's brought to you. other people don't know that when they see you. They don't know that when they see your posts and they see your pics. They don't understand how important it is to you. And then when they come in there with negative comments, you know, that they don't know what kind of effect that's going to have on you and your life. You know, so I just really hate the negativity that surrounds the culture, because I mean, just like there's a lot of, you know, positive people, there's almost as many negative people in it, you know, for the wrong reasons. And that's what really bothers me the most.
Oh,
I hate the procurement. I don't like being able to, you know, not get a shoe that I love because someone thinks they can make $1 on it. Perfect example would be like Kyrie. So anytime a hype Kyrie comes out, you know, it's 3, 4, 5, 6 times the price of the shoe. Meanwhile, the 20 other some odd pairs are sitting in store or on sale. It's like, all right, come on. You know what I mean? So that part of it does piss me off. You know, the whole resale aspect of things. Social media doesn't bother me too much. I don't really let those comments get to me. It's funny for the most part, unless, you know, as long as you're not being disrespectful, you know, making racist comments or anything like that, or using, you know, foul language, I'll let you say whatever you want. You want to say my sneakers are trash, you get one of these. Yeah, whatever. But for me, it's just kind of the business side of things that bothers me, because that breeds the fakes. And like you said, Marcus, if you want to post fakes because, you know, that's all you can get, then more power to you. But when you're trying to rip people off, nah, I get turned off by that. Yeah.
man. So, Kev, what do you hate?
I think that the thing that I really hate is private accounts that seem to know everything about what you have, or, you know, I mean, even like a shout. Like I've gotten away from looking at my shout comments, but then I looked at one today and I was like, wow, man, these people are like going in, and I felt bad because like I shouted someone out to help them, and then, you know, where you know, I still think they got some good feedback, but they got some negative stuff that had nothing to do with what the whole accomplishment of the picture was. So like, I just don't like that people have all this time to think of such negative stuff to say when someone's just trying to like show their art. They're trying to show their pictures and be a part of something, as opposed to people that are sitting around, you know, just talking crap, or sitting there writing subliminal messages talking about someone thinks that they're this and then that they're that, and they've never had a real conversation with them. I mean, that kind of stuff, that bothers me. I mean, but other than that, I mean, I block people, and I try to create or try to be around people that are cool, you know, like that think like I do. So, I mean, like I said, that's the only thing that I really have a problem with. As far as not being able to get shoes, I think that you got to have that. You got to have the peaks and the valleys in order to keep your interest. If you get every shoe, then it's not going to be as rewarding for you when you do get the shoe that is somewhat harder to obtain.
And Miyagi, what do you hate about sneakers?
I hate, you know, the people who build that business on ripping people off.
Yeah.
So the people who themselves up to be influencers off of fake product, off of showing, just because the information you give is correct, but the shoes that you're selling are fake. So they're like, I got sample sizes such. I got 8 through 13 this sample.
Ooh. And
people are like, oh, he never wrong, or she never wrong. When I got a pair, it came out just like the retail. Okay, real though. And the people out here that's building themselves up to be influencers and authorize of our culture off of fake product, just like, you know, a couple of years ago with Supply PDX. Let's talk about that for a minute. Where when I got into the game, people swore by that. People were like, yo, Supply got me laced, yo. Like, yo, what? You ain't getting it from that. You know, he was real deal. Okay, yeah, jinking everybody. So, you know, I hate things like that. That's why right now I'm doing what I'm doing to try to educate people, you know, and I'm only one person. So the more people I can connect with, the more people I can build with, it only helps people along on the journey.
So for me, what I don't particularly care for and or hate, by the way, it's 37-32 Cavs into the first quarter. Maul says it's 37-32 refs. But
so who up?
Cavs. So for me, what I don't particularly care for is the people that make a brand off of sneakers and then like don't know anything about sneakers. And I feel like a lot of this is seen on like some YouTube stuff where sneakers are hype right now. It's a popular thing to be into. And they can make YouTube videos and they'll get a lot of viewers on that. You know, and that's what I like. Some people, they were talking about it like Black Charcoal. I talked to him at SneakerCon Chicago, and he talked about, you know, he's like, yeah, I like when they're comfortable. He's more into fashion and doing funny things on YouTube than anything else, you know. But when people make a name off, they make a name off sneakers, and then they kind of like plateau out, and then they all of a sudden don't like sneakers anymore. It bothers me. I talked to God, who else was it? Justin Starr, the Star Life. His thing is about like hype clothing, right? Like Supreme or Palace or so on and so forth. These like brands, you know. And I asked him like, what do you love about sneakers? And he's like, I like when it matches my outfit. I like when they're comfortable, you know. And I find that to be refreshingly real, you know. Like it's not like he didn't give this thing about how it's this, that, and the other. You know, he doesn't placate to the culture lovers like myself or y'all on the panel. You know, it's those people that culture vulture. Yeah, that's weird to say. Yeah, they come in there and they rob from us and they take from us, and then they never really truly give back. They're really in it for themselves. I saw a younger cat today that he put out a hip hop video referring to his father being the plug, and it was really strange to me. It was really strange, and I just didn't even know how to take it. I was just like, what is on the YouTube right now? But kids love that shit. They eat it up, but the reality is they're not, you know, they're not sneakerheads. And I know that's strange. I know that's weird. I know that's whatever, but I don't like that. I don't like when Complex Sneakers, you know, and shout out to them because I did a piece with them. I'm working on that now, but they did shopping with sneakers with Black China, and she didn't know how to identify the Great Five. She goes, and I wore this shoe. He was like, what's the name of that shoe? And she's like, and the guy's like, oh, the Great Five. And she wore it with Adidas pants or whatever. And like, I guess she caught a whole bunch of slack on Instagram because real sneakerheads were like, yo, what are you doing? You know, but like that bothers me. Like, don't pretend to be a sneakerhead just to get that love from the sneaker community, which is overly loyal, I feel like sometimes. That's the one thing that bothers me. And any kind of drama, any type of little high school girl shit. Like when my daughter comes to me with drama that's really similar to the drama that be happening on Instagram sometimes, I get real upset. Like we are grown men and grown women taking pictures of our feet sometimes, man. Like, come on. French Montana called the DB8 a Space Jam 8 on his Complex thing, and that's from Francis at the Sneaker Box. Shout out to Francis and the Sneaker Box, you know. But for me, that's what bothers me. It almost hurts my soul and kind of upsets me just a tad. So with that, you know, it's 10 till, and the game is on, and I know everybody on the panel is dying to go watch this game. So we're gonna cut it short tonight. So I'm going to turn it over to the OG, my big brother. Oh, we got something?
Yeah, we're gonna go around. Shouts.
Yeah, shouts. I do that every time. So yeah, we're gonna start off. I'm gonna pass it off to BuckeyeCitysole, Kev. You know what you got for your shout outs, my man.
Shout out to the usual suspects. Appreciate y'all staying with us during the game, especially. And giving us the updates and chopping it up with us and paying attention, man. We definitely appreciate that. Also, shout out to the Sneaker Box Podcast. Catch them Sundays at 7. Soul Food Sneaker Talk, you can catch them Wednesday at 8 on their channel. And then also Sneaker Files. They just had one drop, I think, the last couple of days or so. You can catch them on iTunes. And that's all I got, I think. Oh, shout out to Jumpman Bostic out there. Up. Stay tuned for the GoFundMe. We're still working on that. African Caesar is trying to get down the logistics of that, and then once he gets it all done, and then we'll just pump it out, and hopefully we can take care of them.
All right, Mal.
Whoa, oh. Well, shout out to the usual suspects. Always appreciate the chat, keeping it live. Do want to let y'all know that our website will be live very, very soon. We'll keep you up to date on that. We're going to have merchandise loaded on there. We'll have a very small run in the beginning, followed by a couple limited pieces. There will be some pieces just for the usual suspects for the chat line, so stay tuned to that.
And so I want to give a very special shout out to Aros. I hope I'm saying his name right.
Ben. His name's Ben.
Oh.
Shout out to Ben. Ben did this really cool IG story that was super dope. He was singing, and he's got this bass church voice, man. And I was so hyped by that. But yeah, and so shout out to our plug Rejuvenator. And this is Katie from Rejuvenator, and this shirt is from Stacks and Kicks. So if you want to get a shirt with her on it, go check it out. But shout out to Rejuvenator. If you use the code Monday Midsole, Monday Midsole, you get 10% off. And shout out to my leg,
the legendary leg.
Broadus, you got any shout outs tonight?
First of all, shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys having me on the show. Being able to tell the story of how I came up in the sneaker industry. Shout out to you guys calling the usual suspects. Shout out to y'all for staying in tune with the game hype right now. Shout out to Unbox app. And, shout out to everybody that that's building with me and helping each other take this journey and growing.
All right. And so Marcus.
All right. Well, let me give my shout out to the usual suspects as always. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us every week, shouting us out on IG, man. I mean, every day you guys are giving us love on IG, and we appreciate that. Y'all really getting our name out there. So keep doing that. We're gonna keep shouting y'all out, and just keep riding with us. Shout out to Chantel, Miss Jenkins, for hanging out with us again. You know I got number love for you, girl, and I love to see you come into the room and hang out with us. So shout out to you. Hopefully we'll keep seeing you come back in the following weeks. And with that, I thanks the guys on the crew, all of y'all. I got number love for y'all. Like Daniel said earlier, we're a family and we look out for each other, and I don't know what I'd be doing without you guys. Y'all really brought a lot to my life. So I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. And with that, go Cavs. We see y'all next Monday.
Dub Nation,
baby. Shout out to Word Customs for the eggplant.
Yep.
Eggplant Fridays. All right, y'all. We'll catch you next Monday.